Welcome to Car Comparers. Today we're going to be comparing the two crossovers from Maruti-Suzuki stables, the Vitara Brezza versus the S-Cross. Pricing and features. The S-Cross's mid-range 1.3-litre Zeta variant retails for 11.2 lakh on-road Delhi, which is roughly 40,000 rupees more expensive than the top-end Vitara Brezza ZDI Plus variant. Not only is the Brezza cheaper, but it also has a few more features than the S-Cross. For example, the LED daytime running lights, automatic headlamps, rain sensing wipers, etc. These features are roughly worth around 20,000 rupees, making the Brezza around 60,000 rupees cheaper than an equivalent S-Cross. S-Cross's larger engined 1.6-litre variant retails for 12.05 lakh on-road Delhi. Performance and drivability. The S-Cross 1.6 is a zillion times better than both the under-engined 1.3-litre Brezza and S-Cross. In fact, it is the torquiest car below 15 lakh bar none. The 1250cc multijet engine is just too small to power 1200 kg plus porkers like the Brezza and the S-Cross. It gives them irritating turbo lag, making them a chore to drive in city traffic. Even when the turbo does finally spool up about 2000 rpm, the mid-range punch is just about adequate for overtaking heavier traffic on the highways. The 1.6 multijet on the other hand is a gem of an engine. It also has a bit of turbo lag around town, but once the turbo starts whistling, it propels the car forward with such ferocity that it can teach the German luxury cars a thing or two about performance. Fuel efficiency. The Vitara Brezza has an ARAI certified mileage of 24.3 kmpl, which is roughly half a kmpl more than the S-Cross 1.3's 23.7 kmpl and around 1.5 kmpl more than the S-Cross 1.6. In our back-to-back tests, the Brezza returned an identical fuel efficiency to the 1.3-litre S-Cross and just half a kpl more than the 1.6-litre S-Cross. In spite of having 27% more power and 51% more torque than the 1.3, the 1.6 S-Cross is just 9% less efficient. Space and comfort. Both cars have more than adequate space for 5 full-size adults inside their cabin. The quality of interiors is much superior in the S-Cross compared to the plain and simple innards of the Brezza. However, the Brezza has easier ingress-egress and better all-round visibility thanks to a higher seat height. In spite of being 300 mm longer than the Brezza, the S-Cross's boot capacity at 353 litres is only marginally bigger than the Brezza's 328-litre capacity. Handling and ride quality. The S-Cross has immensely better dynamics than the Vitara Brezza. It handles sharp bumps and broken roads much better than the Brezza, in spite of a smaller tire size and lesser ground clearance. S-Cross is also prone to much lesser body roll than the Brezza around corners and a much better steering feel and feedback as well. Brezza's stability at high speeds, though adequate, is no match to the sheer confidence that you feel at the helm of the S-Cross. Reliability and after-sales service. The S-Cross is sold through the Nexa outlets, while the Brezza is sold through regular Maruti dealerships. This has unnecessarily limited the reach of S-Cross's sales outlets to just over 100, making it unavailable to customers in most of the B-towns and rural areas. In contrast, the Brezza is available across Maruti's 2000 plus dealerships all across the country. The Nexa cars do get to jump the queue at the service with dedicated bays made available at regular Maruti service stations. Resale and cost of ownership. Vitara Brezza is bound to depreciate slightly lesser than the S-Crosses over a usage of 5 to 7 years due to the styling, similar to what happened with the Swift and the Ritz. The Brezza works out to be around 80,000 rupees lesser than the equivalent S-Cross 1.3 in terms of total cost of ownership. The S-Cross 1.6 on the other hand works out to be around 1.4 lakh rupees more expensive than the Vitara Brezza. Which brings us to the verdict. The S-Cross 1.6 is not only the best car in this test, It is also our most favorite car below 15 lakhs in the market. It has by far the best performance coupled with excellent fuel efficiency, balanced ride handling, solid build quality, and great practicality. It is technically a far superior automobile than the Vitara Brezza, regardless of the multitudes of car buyers who are obviously going to prefer the Brezza's sleek styling over the odd shape of the S-Cross. Even the 1.3-liter S-Cross is much better engineered product than the Brezza and is our choice over the Brezza.